Hello YouTube, welcome back to Transport Fever. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm definitely enjoying playing it. And you know what's really strange? That lag issue that I was having before seems to have cleared itself up. Look, it's wibble. It's actually quite smooth now, which is odd, but there we go. I think whatever it was, it's really a lot smoother. And it's still the same recording session, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but there's a little bit, but still, that's fairly smooth. Okay, so that's really cool. I'm happy about that. Okay, right. What are we doing in this episode? Well, it's the food episode, isn't it? With these 3 episodes, this whole week has been about getting this freight line running, and you can see how much work goes into just getting a freight line running. October 24th, 1866. We're down to 28,000. We are down to 28,000 thanks to the trains we've bought, thanks to things that happened. So, I'm hoping we start pulling in some money. Let's get this playing. I'm actually going to take a... I ended up painting all these yellow. Oh well, that's going to give you quite a unique train. Wow, that's actually quite... Yowzers, that's actually really yellow. Whoa. Alright, well, so be it. It's a yellow train. It's a yellow train. I like the fact that the sound has improved on this, the fall off in the sound. One of the complaints I had about Train Fever was the sound used to disappear, but if you listen to this, it doesn't just cut off. It smoothly. See? At this point it would have just cut off, but you can still hear that train in the distance. That's pretty awesome. I like that. There's a train over there. You can just see a train over there. Smoke from it. Is that a train actually? Let's double check. Yeah, that is a train. There you go. See, I think these smokestacks are a little too big. So I'm definitely going to put on that mod. Okay, so let's bring back all the display. Here are our cargo horse carriages. These aren't the best ones, I'll be honest. There's one that actually comes out very soon. 1870s, I think. 1873, maybe. That comes out. That's different to these. So, yeah. Might be using them. Anyway, we've got that then. So, we're getting along. We've got the 2 routes, as you can see. There's the 2 routes and the shuttle. So that's there, and you can see we've got a frequency of 123 and 138 seconds. On the other hand, the southeastern food has a frequency of 4 minutes, and the Grinstead food has a frequency of 8 minutes, which means that things are, in theory, going to build up quite significantly. In fact, there you have it. 6 already got 12. Click on this. Noise of a pig. 28 production. Details is probably going to say try to ship more livestock. Try to ship more grain. Okay. So there's something about grain. People seem to like the grain here. I know at the moment it's the same, but people seem to like grain. So there we go. Now the good thing is that this thing should have the first set of the first shipment over to the food processing plant before our next train makes it, because the next train is leaving just now. Oh, that's very bright green. That's maybe a little too bright. I was kind of hoping a bit more like if any of you watched or have watched Thomas the Tank Engine, I'm sure everyone has. I was kind of hoping more for the Percy number. That's a bit too bright. It's a bit like fluorescent neon green. Okay, so whilst that is going, and whilst this is all going to start building up, what are we going to be looking at in this episode apart from the food? We're going to really focus on working out where we're going to go next. And of course, your guys' suggestions about freight and all that is all going to be taken on board next week. So in the next 3 episodes, it's going to be a lot about what you guys have been telling me in terms of building stuff. This episode, the last episode particularly, was more about us answering questions, especially to do with signalling. Anyway, you can see here, New Milton has the largest let's go over there, has the largest population, although the line usage is rather poor. So we do need to improve that. But you can see it's a very, very large, sprawling town. As a matter of fact, it's almost reached this over here, which I think is really cool. If it manages to actually encompass that, that would be really, really cool. Similarly, this one over here, look at this. It's right next to it. It is literally right next to it. So, I'm actually going to help out the growth a little bit here by creating another medium street. This goes... not possible. Creating another medium street that just goes like that. Oh, and I'm out of money. Just as I say that, I'm out of money. 1867, no money. We'll have to wait. We should bring this back quite soon, actually. In fact, we are clawing it back right now. There you go. 50, 59, 58, 34. There we go. Let's quickly make that before we lose any more. There, and let's just go there. And this, actually, can we... Oh, one building will be removed. I don't want... Hey, we could do that. And that. There you go. Bit fancy. Yeah, that looks good. There. There. Yeah, that kind of looks alright. There's all this area that needs to be filled in. But, I mean, that's fairly cool. That is actually fairly cool. I'm just thinking, considering where this is located, the station's there, we may need to be, well, actually we are going to have to demolish things. It's a good thing these aren't real people, because otherwise, in the future, we're going to have a lot of unhappy people. Right, Dudley has somehow picked up quite significantly. Now, Dudley is not being supplied anything. Line usage is 18%. Why that's actually grown so much, I'm completely unsure. Padstow, Amble, they're all growing. On the other hand, there are places like Edenbridge, which is way, way, way up this way, north of the map. Let's go right up to the north. There you go. Right, look how close it is to the top of the map. Right? It's sort of slap bang in the middle, in terms of the north side. It's middle of the north. So this is the North Midlands. It's growing. It's definitely growing without me actually doing anything. So, you know, there are some things that are kind of confusing. Wotton, under edge. I wonder what it's under the edge of. Wotton, under the edge of a mountain. Yep. That's growing as well, and you can actually see it growing. So, interestingly enough, it seems in Transport Fever there is growth, even without you doing anything. Although, to help this along, I'm doing that. Because if the AI was not to connect that, I would get very, very annoyed. That. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Oh. That there as well. See, if the AI don't connect that, if the algorithms don't connect it, I would get very, very frustrated now that I've seen it. If I hadn't seen it, then it would be okay. Right, let's go back down to where we need to go. Let's get rid of that. Let's really see what's going on here. Right, so there is 10 waiting. There's that train coming in. But this has dropped off what it needs to drop off. This is making 6. Right, now let's have a closer look at the industry. See here? This is what's been dropped off. This bit here. Okay? So you can see that's been used. That is what's ready to be shipped out. So that's actually quite cool. So it's actually using what's been dropped off and getting ready to ship out what needs to be shipped out. Now, interestingly enough, there's only one here, which is odd because I would expect all of this to be ready to ship out, but maybe it just takes a little bit of time. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, look at that. We've made our money back. We have made our money back. The great thing about using this modified configuration file is that money is not going to be too much of an issue. Sneezing might be. Pardon me. Yeah, money is not going to be too much of an issue as long as we're not... we don't... what's the right word for it? Let's just say as long as we don't blow the money in a really, really crazy way. As long as we're careful about where we're spending things, we should be okay. Particularly, like I said, it's going to be the 1900s, the early 1900s, where I'm hoping to have such a substantial amount of cash that I'm able to start doing some very serious upgrades. That's where a lot of the money is going to be spent. That's where we're probably going to run into problems, because we're going to have trains running on 4-track railways and fast trains and slow trains and stopping services and, you know, all those kind of things. And it's going to be difficult to get going. So we are going to have to worry about that. Next thing I'll probably show you whilst this is building up. This is going to be an episode of showing, not building too much. The next line I want to try, or I've been seeing, and I want to hear your guys' opinions on this, because, let me think, if this comes out on a Saturday, it would be just before. Yeah, so this is going to give me a chance to actually get some opinion. I was thinking here, Chagford, Basingstoke and Watton under the edge of the mountain. So that would be one small line there. Odds are that eventually this one from Amble would be connecting up to Chagford, Basingstoke and Watton. However, Chagford may be splitting off over to Loughborough, Saffron and up this way, Brownhills, Hatfield, that kind of stuff. On the other hand, there is this New Milton. This railway here could possibly start from Prescott, Wimborne, New Milton, cut through the mountain at some point. Even though I said this could possibly go into the middle of the town, it could go through here, could cut through the mountain or around the side of the mountain. Stowmarket, Ulston, Brighthouse or Wickford. Up here, Gosport. It could even go up to Southwell, Melton Mowbray, Tring, Hessel, all the way up that way. So there's that as well. Similarly, if we go over to this side, Durham could be the start of its own line, going Durham, Stocksbridge, Watton. There's Watton right there now. Southend, Canterbury, Exmouth, Chadderton, and up to Northwich. However, another line I've seen, and this is where things get really exciting, and this is why I wanted this particular map. We've got this line right here, Oswestry. From here, this is a good place to start. It looks really nice, right? There's also oil available right there and there, although that's a little bit far. We've also got a shipping line we could possibly use here to go down to Canterbury, over to Hatfield, Market Arborough, Tynemouth, or is it Tynemouth? I think so. Brownhills, Louth, Gosport, Wickford. You know, we've got Alston and out to the edge of the map. So we've actually got a lot of opportunities here at Oswestry. We're going to go from here through Cockermouth. We've got some things available around here. There's food, there's some planks, we can get some stone. You know, there is a few things available here. So through there, Congleton. We'd go through Congleton. Now, we could go Chadderton, or we could go Shaftesbury. Now, if we go Shaftesbury, we can then go to Northwich, or Northwich. And Northwich, I will say, would be possibly connected down this side. So there's some more connections there. Or we could go, like I said, Chadderton and end it there. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this little area here. Right, so there's 4 stations there that we could do. If we do that, then possibly we could have Shaftesbury, Northwich, Ferndown, Crewe or Reigate. We could take Reigate or we could take Crewe. West Kirby, Redcar, any of those connected. In fact, we could do Redcar, Reigate, Ferndown, Northwich, and we could do Ferndown, Crewe, West Kirby, Ashington, or Crewe, Enderbridge, Heathfield, or even Crewe directly up to Castleford. That being said, we could also do Redcar, Ashington, Castleford, or Kirby, Ashington, or Castleford. Or if this is flat enough, round the back here, back of this map, or the north of this map, we could go Heathfield, Castleford, and then bring that down to Barton. We could get Swaffham, Leighton, Barton, Bedworth connected, and then we could come down to Bicester. Yeah, we could come down right down to Bicester. Now Bicester could be a capital city. That looks quite like in quite a good place to be a capital city, actually. Actually, that may be Tell me what you guys think of that. Bicester as the capital city. Is there any ideas there? Market Harbour could easily be the capital as well, even though it is like 475. That's like the smallest town we have at 475. That could easily be the capital though, because obviously it's got a river as well. That being said, there's so many opportunities, so many places that could be capitals. Loughborough could become the capital quite easily as well. There's so many things connecting there. Give me ideas, guys. Give me lots and lots of ideas. Let's go back and have a look at our lines. Here we are. Okay, there you go. You can see the grain is now just starting to creep ahead of the livestock. I don't know why this happens. It just does. There is now 19 food waiting. Okay, and you can see that. So the food is waiting. That is almost finished, but I'm hoping this guy will get there and back before it's completely finished. Where's the other train? That train's coming here. So let's have a look at what it's dropped off. One for the north and one for the south. Okay, so this north-south thing does work. That's quite cool. And of course, over here, these are already supplied, so that's awesome anyway. So that's that. What's going to happen next? Let me think. What I think we need to do is fast forward. So let's get this fast forwarding. 1.42 million, 1.43 million. You can see that it's still not as good as we want. If we were in, let's say, 10 million already, we'd be able to expand quite seriously. But we've got to wait. We've got to get this supply going. Like I said, Grinstead, Padstow definitely going to get goods. I'm not sure yet about how I'm going to get goods to Dudley or Durham. So comments in the comments box for that as well, please. I'm guessing, I mean, Dudley, I guess at Durham I could just go here and then just loop it right round. And just create in fact, just do that and create a freight station right there. That being said, this may not remain as the passenger station. I don't know. There's so many things that need to be worked out. Look, that's actually out of products. So is it going to ask for some? Try to deliver more grain. I told you, grain for some reason. I don't know what it is about this grain. Oh look, it never used to tell us that. Stored. 0. There you go. It's out of it now. Stored. There you go. So now it tells you how much is stored, what's stored, so what the product is. That's brilliant. And 42 here. Okay. Where's the other train? There it is. That's actually going to then fill up this train that's doing 28 miles an hour. Which is going to be a nice place to end the episode, actually, once we see this get to its destination. Let's follow this train. Let's slow it down to 2 times speed. Reason 2 times speed is just to get it through. There we go. What are you waiting for? Oh, right, yes, it needs to go on the other line. So there we go. This is where those signals come in handy. The signals I was explaining. If I didn't have that signal there, this train would have been waiting here until the second train reached the station. So there you go. That's where the signals come in handy. You can see them in action. I'd never thought I'd see them in action with just 2 trains, but there you go. That's just how it's turned out, which is actually quite cool. You can see the town of East Grinstead there in the distance, which is also really cool. "17 miles per hour is what we're doing here. Now, that train has reached the station, so we should be able to get right through this. There we go, clear signal. You can see it's lifted. Although we are going to have to wait for this train to cross over now. Yes, we're going to have to wait for this train to cross over. But that's okay. Oh no, wait, this train has crossed over. Has it fully crossed over? Not too sure. Let's do that. Just caught the train going past. It has fully crossed over. That's awesome. That's actually quite awesome. And then you see we're going to cross over onto this side. There's some food available, ready to be shipped out already. And then we'll cross right back over on the high-speed junction. You see we're doing 23 miles per hour. Nice and happy. I'm going to take another picture, another screenshot as we come into this. Actually, perhaps as we actually see the other rails. So let's do that. And that would be a good place to end the episode. So, come on, give me the other rails. Give me the other rails. Let me see the other rails. I can't see the other rails. Alright, I'll take the picture right there. Okay? That was a sharp corner. There we go. And you can see we're going to pull in right here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, let's leave that view. And we're going to deliver the 46. Okay? And that was actually perfect. Did you actually grab stuff? You did. That was actually absolutely perfect timing there. And there you go. 21 and 21 for north and south. Awesome. So there's one for the south. There's one for the north. That's going to be fantastic. Let's go. Let's go enjoy some of this. And let's see what this is going to bring. 0 right now. We'll see what happens. Oh, did that just change? No, it's still 0. We'll see what happens in the next episode, but this is the end of this recording session, so even I'm not going to know what happens. I can gander a guess, having played a number of hours of this already, but you never know. So, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to our channel for more videos on Transport Fever, leave a comment in the comments box below. Let me know, twice a week or 3 times a week, which one do you prefer? Ideas for the capital city, ideas for freight lines, ideas for which train track you want me to do next. Let me know which towns. You've seen a number of them already, so just go back through this video, have a look, and let me know, and I'll try and do my best. If you've got any questions about Transport Fever, why I'm doing things in a certain way, Steam discussion is where you can have a look at that, or in the comments here, or tweet me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.